Hey everyone, LJ here, voice actor for the critically acclaimed pop culture phenomenon character Little Johnny. Do you enjoy our content? I enjoy our content, but I also enjoy being able to continue making it and making it better. So if you would like to support us, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel for all of our content a week early if you sign up for early access. And heck, even if you don't want to do that, the content is still free. It will come out in just a week and you can still watch it as though you're watching a normal YouTube video. The difference being, it supports us and supports Vessel, which is a great platform. So go ahead, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel and get your free trial today. And don't forget to complain in the comments about how much you hate Little Johnny in my voice. I haven't heard it yet, so please, keep doing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
Sync. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 215 of the TTV
I completely regressed.
podcast. Why?
I'm so sorry.
Why?
Mardi Gras.
You're a disgrace to everyone.
I've fallen back on my
I did
word.
it right.
I'm proud of you,
Kick
Ben.
him out.
You did good.
Oh, I mean, thanks.
So,
You're rude. You're a rude dude.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be the change I seek. Let's do this early, like Kahi and LJ have been wanting me to do. I'm messing
I think this is stupid. I'm Barteran.
I'm Ben.
I'm Solaris Magnus, also known as StarParrot.
Yeah, blast from the past.
It's a blast. A blast from the past.
What a twist. So you go by Soul now.
Yep.
But you're still the one and only StarParrot co-founder.
He'll always be StarParrot.
Co-founder of the iBZP
iStar.
podcast, the predecessor to TTV. For those who don't know.
Yeah, for like technicality's sake, you could almost say he's the co-founder of TTV.
You could. You could say this.
I haven't seen you since you were this tall. Well,
Actually,
you can't see.
I remember back in the day when TTV was first formed as a concept of another Bionicle forum, and then we just kind of borrowed the name for a podcast, and then years later we finally made that Bionicle forum.
Yeah, get hype. I do remember that, actually.
Oh, yeah,
I remember you
I know,
guys formed because you had the message about the cancellation of Bionicle, like, on the front page. It was, like, really depressing every time I went there. And now we have the exact same thing on our boards right now. So, funny how life changes.
You're right, huh?
But either way, this podcast is going to be an interesting one because we do actually have a few small pieces of Bionicle discussion. But primarily, a memory lane.
We do?
We have like
We still talk about Bionicle on here. Come on, man.
Bionicle is dead.
No, it's not. But it won't be anything.
Yeah, don't
of
let him
substance.
trick you.
So,
Ugh. All right, man. What do we got?
all right. Well, I guess I'll just jump right in. Who needs small talk? So, the biggest.
I mean, that's a lot of small talk right there.
The biggest, most interesting thing, which
Okay,
really
just steamroll right over me.
it really isn't. The most interesting
Spit on me
thing,
while
which
you're at it. Spit on your mic right now. It'll come out of mine onto my face.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
the most
Jeez.
interesting thing really isn't interesting whatsoever. It's just like a little minor note, and it is that in the Lego Club magazine, they used the word Matoran for the first time.
Hey!
2 years too late.
No, it's like for a long time we had like debates about world building and names for stuff, and now this has actually happened, and it's like who cares? This is like if this had happened
Yeah, I
a
don't
year
care.
ago, it would have been worth talking about. But now,
I felt like this is old news. I thought that we'd like confirmed they were Matoran a
fun
while
fact.
ago.
There was a bit of controversy about that because I looked it up. You made a news video way back when, because a comic back in the February of 2015 used the word Matoran. It was like a Polish promo comic or whatever. And people were like, it may not mean anything. It may just be a mistake. But now it's happened again, almost 2 years later. So is Matoran in the story Bible? And they just
Man, I am awesome.
Yeah, you foretold the future.
How do we even know if that's canon or not? Seriously.
I don't know. Well, I can't even talk. The argument I've been using is that Matoran and Kulta have about the same degree of legitimacy because they were sourced from the same place to start with. So the people saying this is just like unofficial, Matoran has credibility because it's in the Lego Club, an official Lego source. But then the counter argument to that has been, well, Cult is in the story Bible, Matoran may not be, and how do we know? We won't. We basically won't ever know because it's such a trivial, unimportant thing. So
It'll forever be speculation because Bionicle's dead.
just like the continuation theory.
Yeah.
So
And anything having to do with the Mask of Time.
yeah,
all of it
it's
doesn't matter.
basically just a footnote. I just wanted to kind of make one more news video to have like that final bit of closure because Kai made the last one, and this was perfect
Closure.
opportunity.
That's great.
Yeah, I built Makuta the other day. That was my closure. So that's pretty much
neat.
all. It's
Bionicle is but a memory now.
Sad.
Speaking of memories, how you doing, Star?
Okay, fine.
I've been doing pretty great. Just been pretty busy with school and work primarily.
Yep. Haven't seen you in weeks. You were supposed to play like Destiny, and then you sold your Xbox.
You guys still play Destiny.
Yeah, he followed your lead, Vin. Get rid of his Xbox.
Yes. Are you gonna convert to the Master Race?
I'm playing a lot of games on the PC of late. Kind of moved away from the Xbox.
Stick with it. Don't ever go back. Destiny 2 will come out for PC. Just
Yeah,
wait.
that's a point.
Just wait,
but
man.
we need you because like our rating group imploded.
No. What you need is to get the heck off a freaking Xbox for good.
Whoa.
Don't tell me what I need, Vin.
Yep.
You don't know me.
I will tell you what you need. It will be a cold day in heck when I don't tell you what you need.
Very nice.
If only people understood that.
It's a reference that will fly over many heads. So, yeah.
Meso swore at me one time.
That wasn't a swear. We said it on air.
You swore at me. That's the story, folks. Meso swore at me like
Yeah, Meso was out of
Off air.
control.
he was going crazy, dude. Like I was giving him some advice, and he got all defensive. He was
Well, it's
like,
because you
"Oh,
push and you
you
prod.
can't
and
tell me
stuff.
what to do, man. You can't tell me what to do." He was like turning on Linkin Park music and everything, putting on eyeliner.
No copyrighted
He was
music.
being real edgy. He was being real edgy,
Listen,
man. It was
It's
horrible.
one thing to
Now I know
recommend
what-
someone to get a PC. It's another thing to needle them
Now I know
every
what a
day
parent
about
feels
it.
like when their kid finally turns into a teenager.
Yeah. Either way, I have a PC now, so it happened.
Yeah, you should stick with it.
Yeah. Well, guess that's all the Bionicle news.
Wow, that was a great episode, everybody. That wraps it up for this week. We'll see you next time.
I built Makuta thanks to LJ's epic building instructions, which if you haven't checked out, totally
Took
should.
months to make.
Took months
Oh yeah,
to
I
make.
did too.
But I don't think I ever, because like when we built it at Brick Fair, I kind of let the other guys handle it. I didn't really look too closely.
Yeah, what do you mean we?
I technically did build it. I built the wrist blade thing. I did contribute.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But I didn't really look too closely at actually how it was built, and I don't want to get into a prolonged discussion, but I have to say it. This thing's a train wreck. It's like it's the best CCBS set ever in terms of complexity. And the waist area and the legs and the arms I actually thought were really solid, especially for a combo model. It all falls apart when you get to the upper torso, which is the most throw together haphazard thing ever. But again, it is a combo model.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. But and like we've always talked about, like, oh, it was just a concept model, a combo model, just to do something for the show. That's painfully obvious when you actually build it. There's no way under the sun Lego could have released this model as a set. So, for those people who do want that, it would have had to be a streamlined version, which we've also talked about in the past. But it's very evident when you build it yourself, which you should totally do, because it has faults, but it is the ultimate G2 building challenge, I will say, just to get this thing built, and better yet, keep it built and have it not fall over off your desk and splinter into like hundreds of pieces. That truly is your ultimate challenge.
It's funny because it's sturdy enough, I feel, to a point where that might not actually happen when it does fall over. And I say when it does fall over because it will fall over.
It will.
Once you build it.
You have that built too, right, Sty?
Yeah, I built my Makuta a while back when the fixtures were first coming out. Like, made it my mission to go
Oh, nice.
get all the sets for Makuta before everything was off the shelves, so I could get in a at least a little bit of closure.
It's a mess, but it has cool elements and it looks nice. It has a good aesthetic. It's just like
It definitely looks cool. It just needs a better build.
Yeah, I think
It needs better support.
it's really cool. It's very clear that it was, it's a test model. It's
Yeah.
sort of a concept.
and you made that very
prototype,
clear on
yeah.
Journey to Done when we were talking about that. Like,
Yeah.
they would have obviously had to change some aspects of it if they were ever going to release it as a set. I'll tell you what, though. It looks good with the mope. I feel glad I bought one just to put it on this figure. And you all should, too. Because they just updated it again to fix some inaccuracies and stuff, so it should
I don't
be.
know, man. I'm a little. Now that I think about it, I'm a little scared to put the mope on because isn't that plastic a little more fragile than like Lego
I
quality
wouldn't
plastic?
use the word fragile.
Or flimsy.
The acrylic version.
See, I'm afraid of breaking it because this Makuta. I'm afraid of breaking it because if this Makuta drops it like it's hot, then it's done.
Well, I'll tell you what. The thing with Shapeways is there's different materials you can get. Like I got
Drop it
two
like it's
modes.
hot,
I
drop it
got
like it's hot.
acrylic and regular Shapeways plastic. The acrylic version, I'll definitely tell you, is not the sturdiest thing in the world. Like, it doesn't have any give. It's sturdy in that regard, but the connectors can wear off. Like, the more you put it on a head, it'll dull, like, the inside there to the point where it doesn't have as much friction, which is starting to happen. The plastic version, though, seems pretty sturdy to me. I've, like, thrown it on the ground. I've, like, rolled it along. I've tried to, like, damage it in some way. Just for, like, experimentation purposes to report that to people, and it seems to be holding up perfectly fine. I can't go so far as to say it's Lego level because I haven't run thorough tests, but there's no issues with it. And it seems sturdy enough, but that's the regular plastic. I can't speak for any of the other materials.
Well, in that case, now it's just a matter of do I want to spend the money on that mask?
You should at least
first
get one
place.
eventually, since it's not going anywhere. You can pace yourself and get it whenever you feel like it, but I would say it is worth
I
one.
guess that's the beauty of it.
It's worth just one, not 2 or 3 like I'm gonna do. I am getting another one. I want a Titan scale acrylic, or I want one in acrylate in villager scale.
You're ridiculous.
Listen.
Why?
I don't know. I can't bring myself to pay that much money for something that's not even like an official Lego piece. I don't know.
It's because
Especially when it has like no significance anymore.
Right, exactly.
I like this trend of the community doing stuff on Shapeways. I don't like the fact that they had to. I feel like Lego should have been the ones to provide this mask, but this is it's a cool route to go, and it's the future of stuff like this. So I'm content supporting it within reason. I'll probably cap it.
You watch though. Lego surprises us next year with just one final Bionicle set. It's a combiner model. Comes with all the sets in one box, and then the mope
Don't
exclusive mope.
I wouldn't even care by then. You know, like I've already got my fill, got my Makuta and the mope. I don't want that anymore. Like I had the chance.
And it's like a newer version of the model too, where everything's a lot more sturdy and cleaned
No,
up.
I don't need it.
Man, he's putting his foot down, dude.
All right.
He's putting,
Wow.
unlike Makuta, who puts everything down
Wow.
because
Unlike Lego, who put Bionicle down.
All right. Well. Surprise!
Meanwhile,
a new challenger.
a new challenger approaches.
Hello, everybody.
Still doesn't sync.
That's awesome.
I love you're thinking of that same wavelength today. How you
The
guys doing?
Jonathan Drawn has risen.
What is
I mean, I'm doing pretty
Jonathan
good, but
Wong
how are you
enters the
doing? You
game.
sound freaking sick.
Yeah, all right.
You sound
I am-
disgusting.
Okay, here's the deal, right? So yesterday I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. I set my alarm and everything for the podcast tomorrow because we moved it up, we moved the time up a little bit, and I was like, okay, I want to remember for this. So I was just watching Luke Cage, as you know, as I was falling asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, that's weird. There's no alarm. I hit my iPad. It's dead. It's completely dead,
Oh,
and
gosh.
I literally jumped out of bed and I like out of my bunk bed because I have for the first time in about 10 years I'm in a bunk bed again. I go down, I run into my office in my little apartment here, and I'm like, whoa! And you guys are already like a little ways into it.
Thankfully,
I'm like,
the
hey,
only thing you missed was us talking about the
guys
Matoran in Lego Club magazine. and Makuta.
Oh, okay, yeah. You guys talked about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Now we're in the middle of
That's
talking about
great.
Makuta.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it
I
now?
think we're done.
Let me ask you guys this: do you guys consider stuff like Greg has said some stuff about Bionicle G1 after Bionicle G1 has officially ended? Up until this point, do you guys still consider that stuff canon, or like
Not
the Matoran stuff now? Do you really consider that
Not
canon?
really,
Or is
to
it
be
kind of
honest.
like
Kind
not
of.
really.
I
feel
consider
like
the
I put that
Matoran
on the
thing
level of
more
like
canon than anything Greg could ever say, because the Matoran thing comes from an actual official Lego source.
I mean, like Greg's stuff is just basically like, to me at least, it's like semi-official fan fiction
Yeah.
now. And now
The
it's
only
like,
reason why anyone
and
takes
so now-
Greg's word for it is because Greg was always the source for Bionicle's story. He was considered to be the
Right,
head
right.
even when he wasn't actually. So when it was canceled, the only person left to write the story was Greg, but you raise good points. I wouldn't consider it 100% fully.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah,
it is canon since he is the only one writing it. But for me, it's more like head canon. Like since
Yeah.
right.
since Bionicle officially ended, I didn't follow it anymore. Anything after that happens to it after that
Yep.
doesn't matter.
Like
to me.
Valika being a great being. Headcanon.
Yeah, like I didn't care for any. I didn't care for any
personally
of that.
speaking, yeah, that's in my mind that's not canon because we never actually saw that in any of the official serials.
Should have been
And he
Capura.
just mentioned that. I mean, he could have changed his mind about
It
that.
could have been
true.
Capura. It should have been Capura.
Capura made too much sense.
I mean, he made too much sense, and the reason Greg didn't like have it was dumb, right? It's so dumb. It's like, well, Capura had his mind erased, so he can't be the ring being. Okay, Greg, here's the simple answer. Have Capura not have his mind erased, because he's a freaking great being. You can create the rules for that, because it doesn't matter. How'd you kill a vampire?
Yep.
Come on, guy. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Soul, you weren't on a
How'd you kill
podcast when we
Vampire?
ranted about stuff. What'd you think of the serials and the post ending for G1?
Oh boy, the cereals. Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, those things. Well, it's well documented how much I cannot stand the whole fact that he pulled the Red Star resurrection machine. Let's just make
man.
death not worth anything in the
I was
story.
reading the Biosector wiki the other day at BSO1, and I found it hilarious because we were looking up Matoran names to finish the it's public knowledge to finish the BioCraft map, which we did, and we were looking at Matoran to put in huts. And it said, like, some of the Matoran who had died, it now says revived in parentheses.
Yeah, it's just like
instead of
everyone's
died.
alive,
Right.
no one's dead.
Like,
Right,
someone was
nobody's dead.
revived and is trapped on the Red Star. It's like, come on, man. That's so
It's just like
Probably that
Lecon's
dude,
not dead. Like I think what Matoro and Kara.
Matoro is dead, I believe, because they were
They're
just...
actually
Matoro
dead.
is dead.
Yeah.
Matoro is
It's such a
actually
dumb
dead because
thing, like, they need
vaporized.
their body to be alive so they can go to the Reds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so
Why
stupid.
can't their consciousness just free float through the world? But...
Yeah, it doesn't like be
Yeah.
reprogrammed. You know, why can't it just sync with the cloud? Basically,
Sync with the
I mean, it's like the red cloud. The red star basically is the cloud. You know, it's like, oh no, my iPhone's dead. Time to resync with the red star.
Yeah.
Beam that down, Scotty.
It's just frustrating because G1 story people love it, but it had a lot of problems. I was looking forward to
Yeah.
G2 doing like a clean
Oh,
slate
man.
reboot thing and
Yeah, really.
never materialized.
I mean, I remember arguing with Boneseye on BZ Power after the Red Star thing, and this was his argument. He's like, well, it doesn't ruin the story because the characters don't know that they're going to be revived. So the sacrifice still means the same to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's the
I was
same to
like,
them, but not to
Yes,
us.
But
I was like, but they don't exist.
Yeah.
None of
Yeah,
them.
that's
It doesn't
exist.
matter to them, it
doesn't
matters to
matter what
us.
It doesn't what the fake people in your fake story exist. The only thing that matters is me. I'm the reader. That's what matters is how stupid I think it is.
The only thing that matters is me.
Like that connection. I mean, like if the relationship, if I think their death is cheapened by what happened in the story, then it's freaking cheapened. That's
Exactly.
it. That's how far that goes. You know, it's like you ruin death, you ruin
Yeah.
everything.
I
There's no
concur.
stakes anymore.
It's a mess, but like, well, there's not really much to talk about with it because all our hope for the future is now joined G1 in the trash bin.
Right.
So
You mean the Red
You know-
Star?
Yeah. Bionicle G2's been sent to the Red Star to
mean-
get a better story and be sent back to
if you really, really you think about it, Bionicle G1 kind of went into the Red Star and got revived as kind of like a zombified version of itself.
It's a very appropriate analogy.
It's a good analogy.
What is it? Who needs them? Make more Trial by Tahoos fans, please.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned like talking about G2 or like the end of G1 because I know Star we haven't had you on since that I don't.
He was
Since
It's been way
Since
it's been a
I
while.
don't think so.
I think he guest starred on
Yeah.
episode 44 of TTV way back when.
All right, awesome. Because I remember you being here for a bit, sometime in between that. I don't think we talked about that at that time. So, well, I was saying that like we actually did something really cool. We also had to explain the ending of G1 to someone.
Oh yeah,
Can we
yeah,
talk about
sure.
that?
Let's talk about it. It's a little teaser. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't think we've announced it
It's
yet.
a little teaser.
All right.
All right. No, we interviewed Nathan first.
Yes.
Which was really, really cool.
Awesome.
Like, possibly one of the coolest things that we've done up until
Yeah.
date because, one, he had no idea what happened to Bionicle after he stopped working on it. So filling him in on that was fun. Two, we actually had a great discussion about movie soundtracks and stuff. And, like, you know, how you compose things and how other movies are composing things and, like, you know, that whole deal. Three, he actually, like, literally sat down and played for us on his piano.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh wow.
He did, and
Yeah.
like he played the Bionicle theme on the piano that he composed it. On.
Wow.
That is
He was
so
like,
cool.
I was like, I don't remember the last
The
time. I
only
played
bummer
it.
was
But
his
it's
iPhone
so cool.
mic wasn't sensitive enough. Like it kept
Yeah.
cutting out a little bit.
So some of it cuts out, and it's like it's kind of a shame that like we don't get to hear everything.
but it was
in all
cool
its
enough
glory,
to
but
like.
It was like it was so cool. I was like fanboying out in the
Oh, wow.
background. Like
Yeah, that's
we were
really
like
cool.
trying to. We were humming to him some of the themes. He's like, no, wait, I think I'm playing from muscle memory.
I-
And he goes up to the piano.
I gotta be honest, I completely forgot we had interviewed Nathan first.
Yeah, because it wasn't really taled about all that much. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I also wasn't
it was
there,
a much
so-
more. I feel like it benefited from being a much smaller interview. Just being honest, I mean, just you know, just like the way we talked about stuff,
Right,
and,
yeah.
things
got
about
flow.
So it had really good flow, and that ending is
Fans,
spectacular.
you can
So if you want to
hopefully
hear,
expect this on Vessel on the week of the 3rd for early access, and the week of the 10th on YouTube.
you know,
Sometime in there.
one thing he did tell us that was really cool that I had no idea was ever a thing is that he was like,
spoil
oh
it.
yeah, they had. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil.
There's
the
something
interview,
really
right,
cool that
yeah.
happened. You have to see it to find out what
Yeah.
it was.
No, like it's a cool revelation about where they're going with the Bionicle movies, and they didn't end up going
Yep.
there.
Bunch of ideas they were tossing around.
Yeah,
Watch it and find
one idea
out.
that's really cool. So, go see that. Check that out.
Yup.
On vessel.com/TTV.
Epic
There
plug,
it is.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah,
Waiting
got our
for that.
plug.
Subscribe to 1 week early access for $3 a month or $20 a year. There's fun to be had for everyone. Let's get some testimonials. Star, are you a Vessel subscriber?
I am a Vessel subscriber.
How would you rate your
No way.
experience?
10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. Support the TTV channel, please.
It'd be great if he said he wasn't one. We'd have to like roast him.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah, I know. We'd have to we edit that out.
You may have paid us money, but you dropped the comedy ball. So, go figure. But
But I'll take money over comedy any day.
Wow.
Wow.
all right, well,
So by the
The honest truth
head
right
of the-
there.
head of the TTV salad committee,
I
right
think
here.
that may end our
salad
Bionicle salad committee. I think that may end our Bionicle talk. I don't know what else we can really talk about with that because it's dead. Anybody got anything
I
else
was
to
just
talk
about
about?
to say.
Wow.
No.
Don't think so.
In
Yeah.
that case,
Not really. We end early.
how's it going, everybody? Let's talk.
It's going pretty
It's
good.
going
It's going all right. I got an 8-page paper due by Monday.
Oh, fun.
Thumbs up.
Wonderful.
Have I started on it? Of course not.
How
As it goes.
Stupid.
have you guys been watching Luke Cage?
Yeah.
I've been
I'm going to
watching
start
it.
tonight.
How's that been?
It's been all right. It definitely
So
picked
far.
up after the first episode. I'll say that.
That's good.
But
Here's the thing with like Daredevil, right? Daredevil, she's at the end of episode 2. You have that hook. You have a really great scene at the end of season 2 or episode 2, and you're like, "That's awesome." And the same thing with season 2 of Daredevil, where like, I mean, you already know what the show's about, and it just gets better and better and better with the Punisher. I don't think it's a spoiler to say the Punisher's in
Yeah.
season 2, right?
Nah, it's not.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's all over
Okay.
the advertising.
Right. So then in Jessica Jones, at the end of episode 1, something happens. You go like, "Whoa!
Yep.
It's going to be that kind
Yep.
of movie." And the villain is like immediately captivating because of his superpower. It's a purple man. I think that's
yeah.
pretty evident in the.
I spent all last night marathoning
And so-
Jessica Jones. Finally finished that.
Did you?
Nice.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Man,
Took you
whoa.
long
It
enough.
took me long enough. I did the
How'd you
same-
like
Okay,
it?
how great is that
It's
show?
pretty
what'd you think?
fantastic. I really
Oh
liked
my
it.
gosh.
You know, I feel like there's Jessica Jones is such a great analogy too, because like how like the purple man basically violates your free will, and that's such a great narrative thing, you know. Like having him just tell somebody to do something, and they just have to
It was
do
so
it. even if,
compelling
you know.
the way they handled the mind control aspect in that show.
Yeah, like I've never seen mind control handled like that anywhere
Yeah.
Right.
in any TV show. It felt like so like dirty, basically the way he did it. It was like
Marvel TV knows
David
what
Tennant
they're
did a great
doing,
job.
basically. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know how Luke Cage will
Except for
compare.
our tie into the movies, but that's another story.
What a low
we'll
blow.
get into that.
Low blow.
Luke Cage at this point, Luke Cage is like, it's still good. It's still a good TV show.
Still good.
But at the end of episode 1 and episode 2, I don't feel like there's that hook yet. That's like, whoa, that's an insane direction where this TV show is going. I feel like so far it's been a good run. LJ says it picks up because he didn't have to work, so he's been marathoning through all of it. I'm at where am I at? I think I'm at episode 6 or something. Episode 6, episode 7-ish. So we'll see how it goes past then.
I would say
And,
I would say it definitely picks up. If not the latter half of episode 2, then episode 3 for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a half pickup. I guess like the thing of like the villain is Cottonmouth. Like, that's pretty evident from like the first episode, like immediately going in. And so he's a good villain. He's a good gangster kind of guy. But like there's no because he doesn't have like a superpower or like a thing to him. It's just I don't feel like he's Luke Cage's art nemesis. You know,
He's just kind of generic,
like-
or
he's not generic, but at the same time he's not like captivating either, which is what I would describe Luke Cage as. The show is not generic, it's not bad, it's not boring, but it's not like captivating on the new level that Jessica Jones and Daredevil were for me. I feel like it's right now, and this is episode 6, you know, I don't know how I'll feel at the end. Episode 6, Luke Cage, right now, I feel like is a cut above every other TV show, but it's definitely still below Jessica Jones and Daredevil, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Better than S.H.I.E.L.D., better than Arrow, better than Flash.
We shall have to see in that case. I look forward to watching it, but there's some early impressions from Jonathan Juan.
Follow me on Twitter. @ more early impressions.
plug the real.
This is what the TTV podcast has been reduced to.
Yep.
Plugs.
Let's shill more stuff,
mean,
guys.
this-
What else can we
this, I
advertise?
I wish we could advertise Netflix, because we talk about Netflix all the time. We talk about Netflix with Bionicle, we talk about Netflix.
Go watch Bionicle, The Journey to
Hey,
One.
Netflix, you guys should sponsor us because that would be like so.
You know, they
easy, honestly.
used to have a sponsor program, and they don't anymore.
Bummer.
And like they stopped right before we started doing sponsors. Yeah, I looked into it.
Well,
Yeah, I remember this. It's very unfortunate timing.
My job.
that's how it goes, I suppose. Part of life. Anything else interesting
the
been
cookie
going on
crumbles.
recently?
Well, I mean, LJ did finish the BioCraft map. You guys have been working on that for
Oh
a
yeah,
while.
that thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a shame that LJ couldn't be here to talk about it, but it's been a long time coming. Everybody's been working on it for a while now, and obviously
Yeah,
the
but-
channel. Obviously everybody subscribed to the channel who's been with us for a while now knows about the BioCraft project that never got any
Yeah, that thing.
real traction as far as progress. So this is actually a really cool milestone that's happened.
It's a
Yeah,
thing
that-
where
Sure, we weren't able to make the movie, but we didn't abandon the whole, like, all of the ambition that we had going into it, like creating the island, because we definitely wanted that to coincide with the movie. So it's just
Right.
cool that we at least got that done.
it was a thing
And-
where the movie fell apart because part of it was us, but part of it was also factors outside of our control. things that we could not.
Basically
Minecraft. And it was just a situation where it just wasn't viable anymore to do it and have it be good in the way we wanted to do it. The map was another matter. The map was a situation where that was the best part of BioCraft, was working on the map. It was fun. A lot of people in the community always wanted the map, I'd say, over the movie. It was a very demanded thing, so we were like, we could at least finish that. And it took us long enough, but it is done. And LJ has planned a whole roster of surprises not really surprises, but events that are going to go on that I'll link to in the description below. There'll be a link to the message boards. We're going to put up a server. We're going to finally have that fabled Minecraft game night that's always been talked about. People can just kind of go around the island and check it out, do basic survival stuff. We're tossing around future ideas as well, future servers we can do. There's going to be Easter egg hunts. I think there's 20 Easter eggs on the island of Matanui, and I believe first person to find them all on the game night gets a custom title. I think that's what LJ said? Okay.
I believe that is the prize, yes.
Cool beans. So that's going to happen.
You know how members always want their custom titles.
Yeah. People really like that stuff. So we don't have a concrete date yet when it's going to happen, but you can expect it in the month of October.
Yeah. So that'll be really cool. And in all fairness to the map itself, along with the movie, it wasn't, safe from all the issues outside of our control as well. There was actually a point where we had finished the map and were ready to release it, and it got griefed somehow.
Yeah, we talked about this extensively on the Minang 2 and Meso series, but the map got completely wrecked. So all this work we're doing right now is just rebuilding what we had already done that got griefed, like, unbelievably so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is very much the BioCraft experience from start to finish.
We got griefed.
Story. The BioCraft story is like, we are almost done with this. Oh no.
Time to redo it all.
Yep.
Right.
Like, we finished all our footage, time to refilm it all, finish the island, and now we gotta upscale it all, finish the island.
Hey, we got a rough cut of the movie all edited and ready to go. Oh, we lost the hard drive? Well, time to do it all over again. Our editor disappeared? Well, time to start editing it again.
Like, yeah, we literally had. It's funny too because we had someone edit the whole thing, and then by the time he left, we basically just figured out how to edit.
Yep.
It's like we probably could have gotten somewhere.
I mean, we knew how to edit before. It's just that we didn't have really good computers to do it, and we also were doing other shows.
BioCraft's a
That's true.
situation where
I mean,
from the outset, I can totally see how it would appear like we just never really did much with it, or we got lazy and we dropped off, but we tried our best. We really put a lot of hours into that
honestly,
whole endeavor.
I honestly think that we should think about doing a documentary style special on BioCraft, share some of the footage,
like
and stuff.
interviews.
We'll do interviews,
like
and, about
the
different things that
darkened room
happen.
and like the face shot.
Yeah, like the darkened room.
There'll be like the one
grief.
guy who's like completely covered in shadow so you can't see his face, and he's just like crap talking all of us. He's like, this is what really happened with BioCraft.
Yes, I love it.
Dude, that'd be awesome. I would love to do that.
Or like we could recreate some stuff. We could recreate Po2 burning down their newly coming out. We can recreate like all the stuff that happened during filming. Meso spawning animals.
At one point, I spawned a jukebox and it blew a giant crater in the middle of Takoro. For no reason. We got that on video. You can check that out at Building Takoro, the 3-part series. So.
We should we should think about just compiling stuff like that. Compile stuff from Meso.
People would watch
stuff
that.
Of, the live stream. It would be funny if we could get the edit.
When are we ever gonna have time to do that?
We're never gonna have time.
Me and LJ have been jokingly throwing some shade at each other in a topic because as always we always tend to, after a while, we'll sit back and we'll readjust and go back and look at our old projects and see what we can do with them. And that's what happened to BioCraft, to the point where we were like, can we do a Minecraft machinima? No, Minecraft sucks.
Basically.
We retooled that concept so many times to try and make it work.
We really have.
We
thought about doing it as an animated show. We thought about doing it as
a mini series.
Honestly, it's just Minecraft is so bad it's so terrible right now in terms of doing a machinima in. It's just
right.
Not worth
it got to the point where we were like, all right, well, doing it on Minecraft's not really going to work, so why don't we just use Minimator or some other animation to just do the entire thing in animation? And I was like, well, if we're gonna do the whole thing through an alternate program, why the heck are we even making it a Minecraft thing to begin with?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly.
big thing. It's like, if we're gonna animate the show, why
don't we just
do
animate it?
Minecraft then? Yeah, just let's learn how to animate and do something.
Yeah, and make our own models then. Like it made no sense for it to be Minecraft in that instance. So
Right.
it's just like at that point, the idea had already gotten so far away from the BioCraft that was promised that it didn't even matter. You know.
I think the only thing of Minimator that made it even remotely conceivable is that like you could just import models and stuff into it, and if we want to make a new model, you just make a new Minecraft skin, and that was the only thing, because obviously none of us know how to model all that well on 3D animation programs, and that was the only thing like stopping us from pulling a BNG and being like, we're doing our own animated movie, guys.
Yeah.
I know like there's some people that made some 3D models for Bionicle for Source Filmmaker, and I've always kind of thought like, man, once I get my computer, I can
Well,
get
hey,
Yeah,
got your computer.
Wait, now I have my computer.
So hey,
Gotta
Maybe
really
it'll
mess
happen
with. So
in the
maybe someday. But like me and LJ have been throwing shade at each other between BioCraft and On Air.
of course.
And I was saving a zinger for him for him being here, and he's not here, so I'm gonna use it anyways. But he's like, he's always thinking, he's like, man, he's like, On Air, you made prolonged Makuta Fest 2013 for so long, because they did actually they extended the time by like an hour or so that I could get the trailer done.
Yeah,
and stuff. Still
hour
working on it.
and a half.
But I'd worked on it that entire night and stuff, and it was like, I still need some extra time to get some stuff. And then so my response to him was like, hey, listen, maybe I should have done a Minecraft map instead, and then Minecraft, and then I was gonna say, Makuta Fest 2013 could have become Makuta Fest 2018 by the time I was done with it.
Wow,
Which is 5 years
what a singer!
to build a Minecraft map. Way to
You
go,
really
guys.
got him.
Way to go.
Oh, you sure showed him.
Yeah, wow. I took the burn
Yeah, I know.
for him. That was so intense. Like,
Yeah,
jeez, dude.
my
You
screen's
left,
on
you
fire
left
right
marks
now.
on me. I
tired.
feel like a cattle.
I'm tired.
Like some cattle got branded.
I mean, it's I
Skin,
feel
hide
bad
in here,
because he's
take
not
off all
here.
your
I'm just
clothes
like
and
Then what?
suggesting it.
Yeah,
I'm just suggesting it because he's not here. If he was here,
it'd be a different
a
matter.
different thing. We'd be going back and forth about
List
it. for a
of
little bit.
burn centers in the United States.
I'm glad the map's done. I really am.
I think we can
It's been
finally
fun to
close
work
that
with.
chapter of our past and move on to bigger.
Right.
good.
and
Like
better things.
finally, now we can do actual things that matter.
So anyway, check it out. In the
All right.
check it out
All
in the
right,
description
that was some
below.
shade right there.
We will make a news video whenever we have like a time and date for the
Yeah,
Minecraft
more
game night.
concrete ideas there as
So
far as how to do it.
that's basically all the important stuff for today. I think it's time to bring back something from the
Oh
past.
no. Oh, I know where
Let's
this is
go.
going.
And you know what you must do.
All right, 5,
Wait, are we actually
4,
gonna do this?
3, 2,
Confused.
1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TTV, aka Talk to Ven. So,
Oh gosh, no.
Star,
Not again.
what you been up to lately, bud?
Oh my gosh. Not much. I completed, to my extent, the G2 collection the other day. I got the gold Culta mask, and other than that, it's mostly just been schoolwork and actual work.
Oh, really? You still collect Bionicle even though it's dead?
Yeah, like I finished off like at the end of the summer. I like rapidly got all the sets and bought the stuff for the Makuta combiner because I was just like I'm not gonna be happy with myself if I let these pass by. So I just thought
Right.
I'd finish that up. And then, funny story, I actually went to a Lego store, I think it was a week ago, just on the off chance they might still have something there. They gave me a free shipping code for sets that aren't even available online anymore. So
I think they're
That
still
was
on the
nice.
Lego site. But so
Yeah,
they're still
like,
doing that
all
with
of
the free shipping?
all the 2015 stuff is just not available and listed as retired. I think the entire first wave G2 is just gone, so it's like, I have free.
They rushed it off
Lego
shelves
shipping
pretty
code.
quickly. But so they are still doing that at Lego stores. They're like, oh, just here, you can buy them online.
Yeah, I was like, here's a code, knock yourself out.
That's wow.
So you did this knowing that Bionicle was dead.
Yeah, I was just, why not?
What's wrong with you, man?
My biggest issue is like I'm trying to find.
Like, if you
another
really
Lego
wanted to just
theme
throw away
hop
your
to.
money, we should have gotten into contact a long time ago and then be like, hey, yo, what's up? I need some money. I'll take some money, man.
Oh gosh. No, I'm trying to find another Lego theme to hop to, and
I have a recommendation, but you'll never listen to me.
Nexonites.
Ninjago.
Ninjago. It just reminds me of everything Bionicle could have been, because getting a movie and all this massive amounts of hype.
Yep, people love Ninjago. I'm gonna hijack Vince's segment. What did you think of the end of Bionicle G2?
Wow.
Do I have to? It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Oh my gosh.
It was pretty
just
awful.
like
It was like a... Go ahead.
Like for like the first for episode 3, I was like, okay, I could see this maybe having a decent ending. It was okay. wasn't terrible. The animation was nice. Dialogue was still crappy, and then just the end was just like, let's shove in all of these plot theories and all this information into the last like 5 minutes, and then they end up as stars, and then the last line is from iBZP, and I don't know what's happening.
Yep, it was pretty bad. I see people making the jokes nowadays. They're like, oh, but both Bionicle generations ended with stars. And, like, it's very appropriate.
Wow.
What I will say is that I like that it had at least, like, a definitive ending, whereas G1, like, had Journey's End, then it had all the serials that just extended it and then just ended midway, leaving all these massive plot holes. So I like that it at least had a conclusive ending, but that being said, it was a pretty crappy ending and pretty disappointing.
Sad, but very, very true. I continue, Vin.
Yeah. Now I already forgot what I was going to say because you distracted me with that beautiful voice of yours, Meso. So now
GG, Meso.
I got to think about it. Oh, dude. Man, it has been a while since we've been in contact. And it's kind of funny because you've always just kind of been around the corner on, was it the Blank Slate? The other chat.
The chat that you guys never talk in anymore. That
we just never visited you.
For and
we're too cool for you guys.
You guys are like the next door neighbors.
Yeah, right.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you serious?
You guys
Whoa,
are
no
always
way.
there. Like, you've always been there. I
Just
never
never
kept
like
up with it.
actually
But
talking.
yeah, but it's cool to finally like talk to you again, especially since like I think the last time I actually did talk to you was when BZPC was still around.
I know,
sort
it's
of.
been so long.
Yeah,
Glad to be
like
back.
barely clinging on to life as everyone was finally moving on to Skype and making up Blank Slate and all that stuff.
I think that's
Hey,
been
man.
4 years. Crazy as that is.
All right,
Wow.
well,
Really, it was 4 years since I did that last guest star.
Yeah.
Wow,
Man.
that's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
That's
Too.
crazy.
It's been a
Okay.
whole high school career since we.
Wow.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure everyone was almost in high school at that
That's
point.
true.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
I think I
Four
might have
years
been
ago,
in
something.
middle school. Yeah. Well, yeah. We were high school when the interview happened.
Totally.
My goodness.
Or
wow.
not interview.
That
Guest star.
was
Hey,
fast.
It was
Sorry, do you remember that one time your mom got on call and like started
Oh, no,
yelling at
not
us because we
this.
tried to record
Yeah.
tried to record a podcast on your
We don't
birthday?
speak
I love
about that.
I remember there are screenshots of this somewhere where you and Var had like a big fallout like way back when. It was like when you guys first discovered swear words or something because you guys are just going off on each other.
The quote that I remember most that we still make fun of to this day is "You are excrement on the bottom of my shoe." Obviously, that was censored a little bit, but
I mean, expletive?
Yeah.
Did you mean expletive?
yeah, expletive is what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, excrement. Okay.
Well,
Either
I
works.
did not mean excrement, but that works too.
Yeah,
Regardless,
back during the
quote
12
is
years
there.
old days, and yeah, that was interesting.
Star and Var were like the precursor to Kahi and LJ. I'd say they
Hashtag
fought all the
Starvar.
time. Hashtag Starvar.
That way back
Way
when.
back.
There was another time where we were trying to record an episode. I'm not sure if you were there or if it was Sideswipe, but like we had just finished the countdown and my dog started pooping on the carpet right next to me, and like we had literally had to stop the episode so that I could like deal with that.
Take care of the dog.
Wow.
And then I remember there was one
hilarious.
where, like, my cousin was interrupting me when I was trying to record, so I made this, like, epic quote about throwing something down the stairs and on your face.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was like our banner for BZ Power for a while there too.
I'm gonna throw something down the stairs and into your face? What?
Yeah, and onto your face.
Onto your face.
It was like so aggressive that it was really funny.
Interesting.
It was one of those stupid jokes that, like, basically like a stupid TTVN joke that none of our audience actually
We got a bunch
understands.
of those, like Mardi Gras.
We just keep repeating. Okay, listen, we've explained Mardi Gras. That one makes everyone understands that one. At least the people that want to. Plus, that's like a tradition now,
Sure.
as people are stating. Baby, hey, man, listen, it's good to have your traditions.
It
This
is.
is true.
Really?
What
This is
people
true.
wouldn't understand is something like things to
To
do.
do.
That's a reference nobody
It's so
gets.
funny, but nobody understands it.
That is a conversation I so wish happened on the podcast.
Yeah.
Elder was getting mad
Can we-
about
can we explain
how
that?
many videos he had
Can we
to
explain
edit, and like we were telling
Yeah,
him.
we were like telling him like, LJ, you got to get this one thing done. He's like, well, maybe if you guys stopped giving me things
to do.
he paused in the middle of the sentence, things
To do.
and
To
we're like
do.
waiting, like, okay, things and
grand.
to do, yeah.
Yep.
That has become like this.
It's been a meme for us in our like private calls outside of recording.
Whenever we're like, we have a lot of work, we're like, guys, I have too much.
Too much stuff to
Things.
do.
To do.
Oh, hey, Meso, how have you been? Oh, I've been okay, just had
I got a lot of
couple
things to
No.
do.
To do.
Unless you cut up on Luke Cage yet? No, I got too many things.
I got too many things to
Too
view.
much.
Allergy.
Oh,
Classic.
man. You guys have been watching, like, freaking Luke Cage. I've been watching Scooby-Doo.
You guys check the games for live. The free games are given away on Xbox. I think this month it's The Crew.
Wow.
Okay. That was.
Oh man.
That was.
There are
that was a
other
journey,
ones
alright?
that we have that were really funny that we can't
Yeah.
say on the podcast.
Star, what are your thoughts on
You
LJ?
guys,
This is your one
do
chance
you guys
to talk
ever
about
stand
him.
up?
My one chance to talk about LJ. Oh boy. LJ is a very interesting character, and like for years, I don't know why, probably just because he heard stories of like old Star, but like he just like low-key kind of despised me for years. And I never
Okay, yeah, I
understood
remember
why.
that.
Yeah, well, can we talk? Let's talk about this for a bit.
One could say
I would
LJ's
like-
that way
I
with
would-
everyone.
Like, I would talk to him on like Xbox or Skype, and he would just like throw so much shade just for me existing. Like, what did I do?
It was pretty brutal, the amount of shade that got thrown.
Yeah, like and we would ask LJ why is he's like I just hate him. I just
I
do.
don't think you ever said that.
I'm kidding. He never actually said that.
I mean, that's basically LJ
no,
for
he did
everyone,
say
though.
something.
I just
He
hate
did
him,
say
man.
no. He's like I got so much hate to do. And that
I
was-
got
that was
so
the end of
much
this
hate
conversation.
for you.
Oh gosh.
That's it.
But no, it was just it
Oh,
was
boy.
because like you were basically like you were a story. You were an ancient relic from a distant past.
Yeah.
And like the Star versus Var argument and the rage went down in legend for years until Maja wiped all the screenshots, and now they're just like stories that we have to struggle to remember.
Yeah, poor Maj host. All the screens.
Listen, if it weren't for you guys fighting,
no, yeah.
we would not be able to have the podcast we have today. So thanks for
Right,
yelling
instead
at
of
us.
Meso
Thanks
being
for
the lead,
fighting.
Right.
you would be the
You were
leader.
the sacrifice.
Getting yourself fired so that we can exist.
Yeah, it's like look where we are now.
Yep.
It had to happen by you not being here for it. Apparently,
For that,
is what
you know,
Meso's getting
I'm
at.
grateful because
Yeah.
you guys have been just wonderful for the Bionicle community at large, and I'm very
Well,
glad
thanks.
that the podcast blossomed like it did. So
Did you ever think that like this is what would have happened? You know, like way back when you were
Nope.
iBZP days and like that whole deal.
No, I just
like
look
we
back
ever
all
like
the time. Just like Barbara's just like, do you want to do a podcast? I'm like, yeah. And then who'd have thought like all these years later I'd be like sitting here with like this very large podcast with sponsorships and plugs and audibletrial.com. So yeah,
Wow.
it definitely exploded, and I never could have.
You can't forget little Johnny. He's everyone's favorite.
we do our best though.
It's just a message to LJ. I love the little Johnny skit. I want to see more of it.
Wow. So when
you
you
are-
say
you-
hashtag bring back little Johnny?
You just
Hashtag
became
bring back little Johnny.
the world's least favorite person.
Literally the world.
Yeah,
Like,
literally the world.
I'm pretty sure Congress passed a bipartisan effort to get the little Johnny skit removed from our channel.
Your sense
They're
of
like,
humor is poo.
Wow. Well,
Oh,
Ben,
thank
do you have any other questions for Star?
No, not really. I guess like, what have you been doing since you've been gone? Since you've been
You've
gone.
had much things to do.
Let's see. I'll do the
Right.
short version. I'm now a senior in college, so it's been fun over these last couple
okay,
of
that
years.
pretty much
Yeah,
answers
senior-
that question. College,
Senior
gotcha.
buds.
I forgot you were older than me. That was a thing.
Yeah, yep.
Huh, yeah, senior in
Graduated
college.
this year,
But
and then
That's why he
figure out
knew
what to
more
do after
swear words
that.
than you did. No, I'm just kidding.
I was 1 year older, so I knew a few more words.
I bet you're hating your life right now. Senior in college.
It's not bad. I mean, like, I don't have as much work
What's-
as usual, but
What's your major, man?
I am a microbiology major with chem minor.
Microbiology. Jeez.
Yep.
Wow.
Fun stuff.
Do you have graduate school for that?
Yeah, they do actually. I'm applying to like a master's degree program now, and then after that, probably go to grad school. So,
Whoa.
So yeah,
Congrats
like
for
I was saying,
making it
hate your
through.
life then, huh?
Like a grad
pretty much,
student,
just
you need to go. You need to
another
like
4
go
years
look
of
at
school.
the.
Yay!
Grad school at a biomed like that level. I mean, it's not like you're getting your degree in something that's not sciencey based. That's pretty good.
Very nice.
Yep, a lot of work, but senior year has been pretty chill, so that's nice.
Yep. You used to be one of the only
just wanna
people
see
who would
you
ever
do that,
play Destiny with me, and then you sold your Xbox.
I will be back.
Good.
I will play
Wise
Destiny.
choice.
Thank you.
I will play Destiny, although to be honest, I kind of want to just wait for Destiny 2.
Don't do it. We need you
Which
more
is
than
coming out
ever.
on PC. It's coming out on PC
It
apparently.
is.
If it's coming out on PC,
Wait,
I could
I know,
just
like,
get a
can
really
we talk
good
about-
gaming PC. Just play it
Can we
there.
talk about video game leaks? I guess.
No
is that
leaks
a
allowed.
policy?
No leaks allowed.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Plus, we're like, yeah. I don't know how much more we're gonna talk about on today's podcast, but Vin,
Probably like 3 more minutes.
yeah, I think it's time for the $1 million question.
All right.
Do.
Well, yeah. Nobody else got any more questions than Star. I got one last question for you. What are you gonna do next?
Oh boy. Well, let's see. For one, I am definitely going to order the Mask of Ultimate Power, the Shapeways one. I'm
Bionicle's
going.
dead.
I don't care. I need closure. And yeah, going forward, I don't know. I'd like to talk to you guys more frequently. Even if it's just not even on podcast. Like it's just nice being able to. Oh, wow. Okay.
I have enough friends. I don't need you.
Oh, okay.
History repeats
So,
itself. No.
I'll just go back to my lonely corner and blank slate, pretend I have friends.
See you in 4 years.
Right. We'll be like, hey, are you done with grad school yet? And you're like, oh, I'm a senior in grad school. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Well, Star, you should do stuff. You should become a mockist or a writer or do something in the community. Keep Bionicle
Probably
alive.
mocking because now I have all these G2 sets that I may end up eventually taking apart and I'll have a bunch
You're
of
gonna
pieces to
sell
work
them.
with.
You're not gonna mock.
No, I'm not repeating that mistake ever again.
Did you ever sell those Star Wars sets?
No, actually, I just took them apart and used them to build stuff.
He tried to put up 7 Star Wars sets on eBay. Nobody was buying them. So
I put them up for
What?
I'll buy them.
Dibs.
I'll buy
I already
them.
got
I'll buy them
dibs.
right now.
No,
Right now.
no,
Oh, you-
screw
he was gonna
off,
bring them to
man.
Brick
You're
Fair and
Fine.
sell them to me, but he didn't come to Brick Fair like a chump.
Brick Fair went rip, unfortunately.
next
Okay,
year.
hold on.
Okay.
What sets do you have?
Man,
Dibs
I
before
had,
any of this.
Django,
Shut up.
Grievous,
Dibs.
Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker,
Darth Vader,
Hold it.
Kylo Ren.
one
I'll
of
take
the
Darth Vader.
troopers, Darth Vader, and
Dibs.
Now,
Kylo
Sol,
Ren.
tell the audience how much you were going to sell all
Okay,
these
I
for.
threw them on eBay because I just wanted to like buy something. I put them on there for like $40, and no one bought it.
what?
It's just like, I
did.
want to get rid of these. I just want some quick cash. And, like they just
You should
sat
like
there.
listen. People come onto our podcast to sell, to like promote their projects or whatever. You should just come to promote your eBay things. Like, hey guys, on eBay today, I got all the Star Wars set for $40. Just buy them right
Yeah.
now. People, the bid would have been crazy on that had you put it up on the podcast.
I even,
Yeah, that
I
would've
even
been
said
a
I'd
good
buy
idea.
them for
That
like
would've been.
25, and you said yeah, sure, and like I'll bring them to the Brick Fair, and like you didn't come to Brick Fair.
I mean, I can still rebuild them if anyone wants to.
Give the shipping on that would be outrageous. I don't even want those sets or parts. So, but still, it was like
Wow.
it was interesting how they just didn't sell. I don't know. Guess people don't understand the
Yeah,
value
I
of
was
that
using
stuff,
that
or they
as
just don't care.
evidence for my argument that G2 was going to end before we knew. But yeah, that actually
Lack
happened.
of interest
So.
in CCBS was a thing. So yeah.
Oh, wait, guys, I know Bionicle's dead, but I just went on the Steam like Source Filmmaker workshop just to see, because I was like, oh, I'm going to re-download this thing on my computer. Most popular items in the past week: Bionicle Toamata.
Well,
Someone
wow.
uploaded all the models in Toamata, and it's been like the most popular item this
in
week,
that
or
case,
one of the most popular items.
you guys should totally
So-
go check that out.
That's cool.
Go see that. As far as
It's
we're
cool that's, like-
concerned, we're probably just gonna cut today's podcast short here. So I'd like to thank StarParrot, Solaris Magnus, for coming on today. I would like
Yeah,
to
thank
say
you
we
guys
should
for
do this
having me.
again sometime, but the others don't like doing too many guest host spots, so we'll probably realistically see you in 4 years. So it's
Wonderful.
been it's been real.
it's been fun.
As
Don't
far
get
as
shot.
our podcast is concerned. I'll talk to you guys next week for another exciting episode.
Slowly
Cool,
crawls back to the corner.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. It's been
Go
fun.
back to where you belong, worm.
Go back to where you came.
It's been fun, Star.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
guys
been-
for
it's
having
been
me on.
great
I
fun.
appreciate it.
We'll see you all next week for another exciting episode of the TTV podcast. I'm Meso.
I'm Barteran.
I'm John.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Starparu.
And farewell, everybody.
Bye-bye.